Gay, LGBTQ, lgbtq plus film, cinema. Yes. Today I will be ranking gay movies. And I'm so excited because I have been wanting to do this video for a very long time. So we're going to be tier ranking them with your classic tier ranking system, right? We have in tier number 1, scripture. It's Bible. It is a must-see for anybody and everybody. Next up, we have perfect, no notes, maybe one note. Basically self-explanatory. I think this movie is perfect. It maybe has one little flaw, or there's something about it that I just don't vibe with. But other than that, she's perfect. Next tier, I'll nibble. You know, would I recommend it? Yeah, probably. It's like a 2.5, 3 star. I'll bite, I'll give it a chew, I'll let it marinate, but it wasn't my all-time favorite. Next up, we have On Thin Ice. You're getting me perturbed. I don't know quite the reason why this movie was made, and I probably would not recommend it to somebody. This would probably be around like a 1.5, 2 star. And then we get down to jail. Caca, okay? This movie should never have been made. The director and entire cast who signed on deserves jail time. Frankly, you never want to be called caca. And if your film is called caca, it's not good. I think LGBTQ cinema is beautiful. I think, well, some of it, as you will see, it elevates so many stories and voices and allows for people to be seen who, as of even like 10 years ago, it was not so much in the zeitgeist and societally accepted, unless you were going, I'd say, like more foreign films, like obviously like France were ahead of their time. It wasn't like you turn on Netflix and it's like gay. And I think that's beautiful that you can turn on Netflix and see gay. So anyways, let's begin here. I'm so excited. Okay, let's start. Okay, well, first up we have this little film called Portrait of a Lady on Fire, and she is going straight to scripture, because the yearning, the longing, the gaze, the gaze, not the gaze, the female gaze. Beautiful, beautiful movie. There is so much tension building the entire time that, oh my God, lets off in such a beautiful way. But the ending, yeah, that's scripture. That's scripture right there. Portrait of a Lady on Fire. Next up, we have Mishima, A Life in 4 Chapters. I wasn't sure whether or not to include this one, but Mishima was a, I believe, closeted author. It depicts his life, well, in 4 chapters. One of these chapters does focus very much on his flamboyancy as a gay man. Each chapter also takes place on like the set of a production, like a sort of theater production, film production. It's very, very different in any other movie I've ever watched. I will put this one as perfect, no notes, maybe 1 note. Next up, we have Purple Noon. Also wasn't sure whether to include this one. It is clearly, there is so much homosexual subtext in that, what's his name? Ridley Scott? No. Tom Ridley. It was Tom Ripley. Tom Ridley is so infatuated with the other man. Alain Delon, who plays Tom Ridley, is so infatuated with the other guy. You could tell, and the woman is kind of just in between them, but you know he wants it. But I'm going to go with I'll Nibble. It wasn't my favorite, but it was a beautiful movie nonetheless, just in terms of like, from a cinematic standpoint. Dog Day Afternoon, starring my boy Robert De Niro. Al Pacino. Robert De Niro, he's my uncle Robert. My uncle Robert. My uncle Rob. He cooked the meatballs on the Sunday. My uncle Robert De Niro. Is it Robert De Niro? No. Need him. I need young Robert De Niro. But anyways, Dog Day Afternoon. I'm gonna say. I'll nibble. I feel bad that I didn't like it as much as like everybody else. You know what? Okay, this is like I'll nibble 2.5. I took a chunky bite. He basically robs a bank so he can fund his transgender partner's sex change surgery, and I think that's so epic and hot of him. Next up, we have Certain Women. Lily Gladstone Hive. Where are we? Hey. Rise. okay? Because we get a gay Lily Gladstone. It tells the story of three women, three certain women, if you will. One of the stories follows Lily Gladstone yearning for Kristen Stewart? Yeah, Kristen Stewart, the professor. And Lily Gladstone pulls up on a horse and she's like, get on the back of my horse, and they ride to a diner. And I think that's beautiful and poetic. We're gonna go, the LGBTQ story is definitely like a perfect no notes, but as the movie as a whole, I think I'm gonna give it an I'll nibble. Okay, we have Heartbeats. This one was directed by Xavier Dolan. It follows a gay man and a straight woman. This new man, beautiful curly-haired man, comes into their lives and they both want him. Okay, it's your classic, a beautiful threesome story. I love I mean, not threesome, love triangle. I forgot if a threesome happens in this movie, but I don't think so. I think ready to go, my heartbeat, heartbeats. I'm gonna put it on nibble. It also has been a while since I saw this one. I can never pronounce this. Simone Barb's ou la vertu. Simone Barbès ou la vertu. Girl. Anyways, this follows two besties and they work at an adult movie theater, and they have to like deal with all these like men the entire time because it's just men coming in to do whatever they want to do in that theater, and they annoy these women. They try to like flirt with these women, but Simone, well, she's a lesbian. So after her shift, we follow her through the night in Paris, and she goes to the lesbian bar, the lesbian club, to meet her girlfriend who's a waitress there. And basically like the vibes go from to well, yes, this is a safe space. This is a fun space. Then she ends up like walking along the Seine River crying for some reason because it's innately a French movie. And if a French movie doesn't have that, well, is it really a French movie? I'm going to put this one in I'll nibble. I nibbled. I'll nibble is like, I feel like base line. Okay, we're getting a scripture one here. We have Paris is Burning, straight to scripture. I think everybody on earth should watch this movie. It is a documentary surrounding the doll scene in 1970s, 80s New York, I believe. Tragic. Simply tragic, eye-opening. Just the community that was fostered here. The subjects were just so young and had so much life and yearning and kindness in them. It's hard seeing how some of their stories ended up just because of how they identified. I think it's just, beautiful documentary. Probably the best documentary, if not one of the best movies I've ever seen. Next we have Tar. My girl Lydia Tar. This girl is messy. She's messy. I'm gonna put in I'll nibble. We do get gay Kate Blanchett, and if that is a genre of Kate Blanchett, it's my favorite genre of Kate Blanchett. In this story, Kate Blanchett, Miss Tar, Miss Lydia, she's messy in that she is a cheater. She's a bit of a cheater. She has a bit of an eyes for a younger woman in her orchestra, and her wife is at home breaking her back taking care of their adopted daughter. While we're in the Kate Blanchett genre of gay, I'm gonna go ahead and put Ocean's 8 on here. Is this a gay movie at all? No. But Kate Blanchett and Sandra Bullock, yeah, their characters definitely have history, and you could feel that tension throughout the entire movie. This is gonna go in jail, caca. Oh, just kidding. Scripture. Because it's one of my favorite movies ever. I have it on DVD. I'm staring at the DVD right now, but I'm stuck behind this desk at the moment because I had to rearrange it and I have no room to move. The Favorite. This is going in perfect no notes, maybe one note. It's Emma Stone. It's Olivia Colman. It's another person who I completely forgot the name of. This movie is so fucking funny. It's so fucking funny. The first time I watched it, I was like, I don't know if I like this. And then the second time around, I got it. I got the humor. Basically, a love triangle, if you will. Two women lusting after Olivia Colman, who plays Elizabeth. No, she doesn't. I don't know who she plays. She plays a queen of some sort in England. And whenever I don't know the name of a queen of England in a movie, I just call her Elizabeth. Elizabeth! Where's that from? I don't know. Ooh, a lot of y'all are going to hate me for this one. We have I Saw the TV Glow. And I am so sorry, but I'm putting this in jail, caca. And a lot of you would put it in scripture. And I respect that. And I don't admire it. I respect it. But to me, this movie was just about trauma. trauma.
Movie about trauma. It's a movie about trauma. The movie is about trauma. The 2018 movie obviously was a movie about trauma. The whole last movie was a study in trauma. It's a lot about rage and trauma colliding, trauma and evil meeting. They made a movie about female trauma. Well, it's nostalgia, but it's nostalgia based on trauma. What does trauma really look like? This is what trauma looks like.
The character got not an ounce of joy, an ounce of relief. You know, maybe I wasn't the audience, okay? Because I know a lot of the trans audience really felt seen in this movie. So I'm just going to say I'm not the audience. I think this could have been a 10-minute music video or something because the vibes were good. The vibes were good. The story as a whole, the literal like guttural ending that I think could have been not as so tragic. Like there's this thing with a lot of LGBTQ cinema where it just focuses on like the traumatic side.
Trauma.
And like gay stories can be happy, okay? It doesn't all have to end with like a hate crime. Anyways, Call Me By Your Name. Okay, we have scripture. This is scripture. The first time, I think we can all remember the first time we saw Call Me By Your Name. I think we can all remember the first time we saw Elio dancing. The Elio, I guess I'm just a play date to you. Well, maybe perfect no notes. No, okay, this is going to go in scripture, like scripture minus 0.5, because it's better than perfect no notes, but maybe a little less than scripture, just because of Armie Hammer. I know the relationship is supposed to be kind of unsettling in that he's 24 and Elio is 17, but it is that whole like we're seeing this relationship in the eyes of this 17-year-old. It's his first like relationship. He's finding himself, and then he's kind of just a play date. He's kind of just a toy to this other guy who takes it not serious at all, where to Elio it's his whole world. It's his first true romance. Actually, while we're in Call Me By Your Name territory, directed by Luca Guadagnino, famous gay, let's do his other films that we have on here. Challengers. Another scripture by Mr. Guadagnino. My most watched movie of last year, Challengers, starring Zendaya, Mike Weiss, Josh O'Connor in a love triangle once again. Yes, sign me up. I'll watch it tonight if you want me to. I'll turn off this video and watch it right now if you want me to. Also, like, when I'm rating these, I'm not really rating them based off of like, I'm rating them based off of like how I like the movie. Like if we're basing this off of queerness alone, like Challengers would probably be like on thin ice, you know, be like down here because there's only like one kiss between the boys. The best scene of all cinema, but it's scripture because I just like love the movie. Same with like Ocean's 8. If it were based solely on queerness, it would probably be in Jail Caca, but I love the movie, so it's scripture. Our last Luca Guadagnino movie on here, Queer. I fear Queer is on thin ice because I did not like it. I'm so sorry to Luca. Luca, I'm so sorry. I will support anything you do, but Queer was just not for me. I think it was all over the place plot-wise. I did not enjoy the ending very much. I thought he added in some very weird Lynchian scenes that I feel just took you out of the entire plot. I feel like it dragged on the first 2 acts. Daniel Craig, though, and that beautiful, beautiful man, I forgot his name, Drew Starkey, is that his name? I don't know, but I need his skincare routine because he was glistening the entire movie. Let's do The Handmaiden. We have The Handmaiden over here. The Handmaiden, directed by Park Chan-wook. One of the most fucked up movies I've ever seen. Park Chan-wook heard the people screaming, make movies horny again. And he heard make movies porny again. There's a lot of tentacles involved in this. More from like, we're seeing it in a book. Anyways, what am I saying? This is lesbian. This is lesbian cinema. This is A+ lesbian cinema. I think I'm going to put it in perfect no notes. Even though like, it's not my favorite movie, but like from a technical standpoint, and also just like plot wise, I think it is perfect no notes. Maybe I need to watch it for a third time. I think I would like it the most on the third time because the first time I kind of hated it. Second time I was like, oh, this is good. And now thinking back, I think I would like it the third time. The only thing about it is that it was directed by a man, and there are definitely some male gazy scenes in here in that, like, you know, this was directed by a man, but I did hear that during the sex scenes he left the room and let a woman intimacy coordinator choreograph to admire that, and then he went off and had an affair with the main woman. Next up we have Y Tu Mama Tambien. Oh my goodness, Y Tu Mama Tambien. Ay, ay, ay. Definitely not going in caca. This one's going in, I think, scripture. I loved this movie. Saw it for the first time a few months ago. I talked about it in my most recent What I Watched video. Features, once again, love triangle. I just love a love triangle. I'm a whore for a love triangle. An Eiffel Tower, if you will. Actually, no, that's not a love triangle. That is something very different. It's totally different. The way it's right next to Challengers, and Y Tu Mama Tambien is the original powerful woman making boy kiss boy. And then Challengers is the next one. Oh, that's so funny. Mulholland Drive. This one isn't, again, innately queer or lesbian, but the two characters do get together at some point, and I do believe that was very major at the time. It was directed by David Lynch, of course. One of the only David Lynches I've ever seen. I'm gonna put it in I'll nibble. I remember nibbling. I need to rewatch it. It's been a very long time since I watched it. Oh my goodness. Okay, next up we have Saving Face. This is actually going straight to scripture. This is such a fun story. It follows the beautiful Joan Chen as the mother of a lesbian. Basically, they're both kind of hiding their identities. Joan Chen is pregnant, and everyone's like, girl, who got you pregnant? And she's like, I don't really know, but she does know, but we don't know. And then her daughter is also a lesbian, so she's like, you cannot act on those feelings, especially in public, because we'll be shamed. Because we're already about to be shamed for me being pregnant, but you can't also be a lesbian. So when we attend this big dinner, you better not be a lesbian there. Plot twist, there's a happy ending, so it's a beautiful, happy movie, and I love it, and it takes place in New York City, baby. Next up, we have Skate Kitchen. I hardly remember this, but I remember not liking it, and thinking back, I don't think I would like it. Okay, it follows just a group of skaters in New York City. They're all gay. They're all lesbians. It was kind of like slice of life, but one of the main girls I can remember annoyed me so much. Every time she was on screen, I got a visceral reaction. Watermelon Woman. This one's going in scripture as well, simply because I don't think we have enough queer black stories being told, especially black lesbian stories. This was also just a hilarious movie, different in structure than anything I've ever seen. It was kind of like, you'd think it's a documentary, but it's like a fake documentary. And they're also, I think, like creating a documentary within this fake documentary format, so it's kind of meta in that way, and I loved that. Yes, that is scripture. That is Watermelon Woman 3:16, Saving Face 3:16, Oceans 8:16. I totally forgot we literally had another Cate Blanchett gay genre, and that is Carol, directed by, well, I forgot his name. Todd Haynes. A lot of y'all are gonna hate me for this, but it will be going. It is mid to me. I'm sorry. Carol is a mid movie to me. I'm so sorry. Maybe I need to watch it again. It's going in I'll nibble. The first time I watched it, I just didn't get the hype. However, thinking back, maybe I would like it more this time around. I don't know. It follows, Rooney Mara, who is so brilliant in this. Cate Blanchett, who is so brilliant in this. I think it's maybe like the 50s era. Like, I really don't vibe with that period piece of movie. The whole like time era is boring to me. I don't know. But if you want to get your heart broken during Christmas time, this is the perfect holiday film for you. Speaking of holiday film, let's go down to Happiest Season. First time I watched it, kind of hated it. Second time I watched it, kind of loved it. It is going into my Christmas canon, and it stars Kristen Stewart, Aubrey Plaza, and another girl, Mackenzie something. We kind of get a little bit of a love triangle going on. Not really. I'm gonna put it in I'll nibble. No, I'm gonna put it in I'll nibble. Like, it's not crazy good, but it's a fun, cute time. It's a Christmas rom-com type thing. Literally your typical like Hallmark movie, but gay. But I'm a Cheerleader. Yes, ma'am. You're going straight to scripture. This follows Natasha Lyonne. She's like, I think I'm gay, but I'm a cheerleader. I can't be gay because I'm so like, I'm not gay. But everyone's like, girl, you're so gay. And they send her to conversion camp. At this conversion camp, she meets RuPaul. Not really RuPaul. RuPaul isn't playing RuPaul, but RuPaul is the character. It's peak comedy, this movie, to me. They're going in a circle in the conversion camp saying their gay roots, like, what made you gay? And one girl is French, and she says, well, I was born in France. So, and I think that's so funny because it's like so true. Like, whatever, okay, but I'm a cheerleader. It goes in scripture. Next up, we have Jennifer's Body, starring Amanda Seyfried and Megan Fox. This one did something to me. I'm gonna put it in I'll nibble. And oh yes, I nibbled. Oh, and Jennifer nibbled as well. She nibbled on the bodies of boys, in which she ate them to death. Let's do this one again, not innately queer, but it's based on the Virginia Woolf novel. I'm not sure if Orlando is supposed to represent transness, but it definitely does feature Tilda Swinton as Orlando waking up one day as a man or as a woman, or does she go back and forth? This is going in I'll nibble. I once again will nibble. Was it my favorite movie? Was it beautiful? Beautifully shot? Yes. Did Tilda Swinton eat up that role like she does every single role she's ever had? Yup. I think it's just an overall awesome story. Also was mentioned in my interview that I did for Letterboxd with Japanese Breakfast, Jill's Honor. Check that out. Bottoms. Yeah, this one's going in perfect no notes, maybe one note. The first time I watched it, I think I would have put it in I'll nibble, but then I watched it a second time and I was like, fuck it, we're having fun. I used to be fun. I used to be funny. Perfect no notes. Rachel Sennett, Io Debris, the rest of the cast, Kaya Gerber, all kind of gay. Except Kaya Gerber wasn't gay. Was she gay in this? Basically a lesbian fight club is how this movie was sold as. Debs. Debs is gonna go in I'll nibble as well. Debs follows the Debs. What does that stand for? And one of them, is gay. The other Debs are like, girl, what the fuck? But then everything is okay. And I think, does she fall in love? No, she falls in love with the enemy, who is a woman, and she's also a lesbian. That's what happened. She doesn't fall in love with another Deb. Okay, that's what I was thinking. We have a lot of I'll nibbles here. Okay. Next up, we have Eileen. Eileen is like Carol, but worse. And it's gonna go into jail caca. Because frankly, I did not like this movie. I thought it was so goddamn boring. Yeah, Anne Hathaway kisses girl. But you know what? I don't even care. This movie was all over the place. I think it's based on a novel. I guess that novel was all over the place too, because what do you mean we go from like Carol vibes, Christmas time, winter time in New England, age gap relationship, and then it turns into this murder story where we're being held captive in a basement. What? We have a Studio Ghibli movie here, and I know you're wondering, there's no way Studio Ghibli made a gay movie. Well, they didn't. Technically. When Marnie Was There is a story about two young girls having crushes on each other. They kind of love each other. You're rooting for them the entire time because it's so cute. Then we have a plot twist that Studio Ghibli was like, yeah, this was originally gonna be gay, but we can't allow this, so we're just gonna make this plot twist, and then everything's okay. And that's what happened there. I won't say the plot twist, obviously, but we're gonna go and I'll nibble because I do love the story. I do love it. It's so beautiful, too. This one wasn't directed by Hayao Miyazaki. It does slip my mind who it was directed by. He went on and founded another anime studio, Studio Ponic. Next up, let's go with God's Own Country, starring Josh O'Connor and somebody else. Yeah, this one's going in perfect no notes, maybe one note. It's Tomboy, directed also, I believe, by Celine Sciamma. I don't know how to say her name, but the lady who directed Portrait of a Lady on Fire. Am I right? Anyways, Tomboy's going in on nibble. It follows a young girl who, well, she wants to hang with the boys. She cuts her hair. They tell all the other boys that they're playing with that they're a boy as well. And the mother, well, she does not approve of this. I definitely forgot a lot about this movie, but all I gotta say about that is fuck gender. All my homies hate gender. The Power of the Dog, directed by Jane Campion. Oh, gonna put this baby in scripture. Oh my god, the power of the goddamn dog. Oh my god. Benedict Cumberbatch, you have bewitched me, body and soul. Benedict Cabbage Patch in this plays a closeted gay man. He is so closeted that his toxic masculinity is oozing out, and it oozes onto Kirsten Dunst's son, who is also definitely gay, but he's also a little fucked up. And it's a story basically about manipulation and revenge. It's like one of those movies where the entire time you're like, where is this going? Where is it? Hey, where are we going? And then the last 4 minutes, you're like, oh, this is where we went. This is where we went, Jane Campion. For that, it goes in scripture. The Power of the Dog 3:16. Actually, there is literally scripture in this movie. The power of the dog is scripture. Literally. It comes from the Bible. Oh, fuck. Bodies, bodies, bodies. This is going in on nibble. Fun time. Centers around a woman-loving woman relationship. WLW. Also has Rachel Sennett. I love Rachel Sennett. Amanda Sternberg. She plays Rue in The Hunger Games. But she's awesome in it. Yeah, just kind of messy. Who's sleeping with who? Did you sleep with this person? Did you murder this person with a sword? My Policeman, starring Harry Styles. My Policeman is actually going to go in... if I remember correctly, I really loved it. I watched this on I was having a really bad day, living alone in Paris. I was feeling really lonely, and I was like, let me turn on the new Harry Styles movie, and then I felt even lonelier afterwards. And sadder. This is going to go in perfect no notes, maybe one note. I thought it was great. Another love triangle. There is so much tension building up that finally releases in the middle, and I love when tension builds, and you're just like, oh my god, when is it going to stop being so tense? And then it stops being tense at some point. And you feel like you could like unclench your ass. What? Moonlight. And the Oscar goes to... Moonlight's going straight to scripture. Because this movie was so fucking beautiful. And I need to watch it again. It's been on my watch list for the longest time. Simply because I need to remind myself to rewatch it. Follows the coming of age of a gay man. And him realizing he's gay. Him repressing that. It tells his story in 3 chapters. Every character is so important, I feel, to the plot. Just visually wise, you could turn this on with literally no sound and I would be infatuated with the screen. Next up we have Fireworks. Oh my god. Okay, wait. This one's going in perfect no notes. Fireworks, this one fell very much so under the radar. I think it came out in 2023 or 2024. Very much gives Call Me By Your Name vibes. You know, we have like a summer fling, a very small town in Sicily. These 2 boys, they fall in love. Society doesn't accept them. Society makes fun of them. But they say, fuck it. We're in love. The last 1 minute, you're not prepared for it at all. At all. At all. At all. Yeah. Oh, 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 yeah. Shiva Baby. Shiva Baby's going in perfect no notes, maybe one note. Because fuck. Talking about clenching your asshole. Okay. We get Rachel Sennett and Molly Gordon as bisexuals. In love with each other. Yes. They kind of hate each other. Like, they have like a history and they're exes, but it's like, what are we, you know? I'm kind of jealous of you, but you're also kind of jealous of me. Drive Away Dolls. This is going in on thin ice. It doesn't deserve jail. It was weird. I didn't really like it. I thought it was fun. It was fun, okay? And like, movies can be fun and like not good. You know what I mean? It's a part of a 3-series lesbian road trip. They're B movies, which kind of means like, I think a B movie is when it's not an A movie. B movie is when it's like very low budget. There's several of them and then they build up to like the main attraction. Margaret Qualley stars in it. Her accent, I appreciate it. I appreciate the southern accent that she's going with. But she sounds like Edna Turnblad in Hairspray.
Did you turn that racket down? I'm trying to earn here.
Next up we have And Then We Danced. I haven't watched this movie in about 4 years. All I remember thinking is that this was a piece of art. It deserves, to this day, as much hype as Call Me By Your Name got. So we will be putting this in scripture, okay? It takes place in Turkey, my first Turkish film I ever watched, and I don't know if I've watched any other Turkish films aside from this, but it follows a dancer. He has this big competition coming up and he injures his leg very direly. So he doesn't have dance to lean on, but he falls in love. Battle of the Sexes. We have Billie Jean King, the lesbian tennis player who made strides for all female athletes to this day, played by Emma Stone, gives a wonderful performance, of course, and Steve Carell as the man pro tennis player who she says, hey, I'm as good as you. Let's have a match. And it's based on a true story, obviously, but things get messy in the press when everyone finds out, oh my god, Billie Jean King is gay. This one's gonna go and I'll nibble. I don't think it's like the best movie by any means, but I've seen it a couple times and it's a fun time and I love tennis. Next up we have Colette, starring Keira Knightley. Put my girl Keira Knightley in a period piece in a corset and I'm sad because my girl can act in a period piece. And that's what she did. She has a husband and he's like, hey, can you be my ghostwriter because you're an awesome writer? And then he takes all credit for everything. And she's like, fuck you. And she goes and has a relationship with a woman. And I believe comes out. It was okay. I'm gonna put it on thin ice. Not for any bad reason. It was just like kind of boring, you know? Next we have Love Lies Bleeding. This is also gonna go on thin ice because it didn't give me what I wanted, in that it was extremely weird. In like not a bad way, but in kind of like this is feeling unnecessary way. And then like we kind of switched genres the whole last 30 minutes. We just went from like this genre to that genre. But Kristen Stewart is so hot. Am I Okay, starring Dakota Johnson. I'm gonna put this in I'll Nibble. It's about a woman who finds out later in life that I don't think I like men. She's like, am I okay? Is that okay? And it was. Spoiler. Okay, summer of 85. We have another Call Me By Your Name vibe movie in that two young boys, takes place in the summer in Italy. They be riding on Vespas and bicycles and shit. This one, however, is going to go on thin ice. This one was simply made, I feel, to display queer trauma. Basically saying, if you're gay, you're never going to have a happy ending. That's the vibe it gave me. I didn't like that because it doesn't have to be like that. There were obviously some happy moments. Well, something happens in like the middle of the movie and it just like, whoa.
Oh my God. I thought this was a classy party.
Next up, we have this movie called Eat the Night. I believe this actually just released limitedly in theaters in New York. I'm not sure, but I saw it at the Cannes Film Festival this past year, part of the director's fortnight. Didn't know it was going to be queer in any way. Follows this boy and his sister, and they really bond over this video game that they play in, and like half the movie is told within the video game, and it's fucking awesome. Actually, the brother ends up selling drugs with this guy called Knight, and it's like a double entendre. It's a double meaning. Eat the night, but eat the night, if you know what I mean, because they end up falling in love. I'll put it in I'll Nibble. Personal best. I sensed so much of challengers in this movie. Like I feel like Luca Guadagnino definitely got a lot of inspiration from this sports-based love triangle movie. But the main character, she annoyed the shit out of me. It was also kind of boring. This one's going on thin ice. Booksmart. Yeah, we're gonna bring Booksmart to perfect no notes, maybe one note. Olivia Wilde's directorial debut. Say what you will about the woman, but this was a stellar original screenplay and directorial debut. I think like everyone's seen Booksmart. I don't really need to describe it. Let's do National Anthem, directed by Luke Gilford. Yeah, this one's going in, I think, perfect no notes, actually, if I dare say so myself, and I even got to interview him afterwards for Letterboxd. It follows something called Queer Rodeos. The director, he grew up around rodeos, but found they were very non-accepting of, surprise, the LGBTQ community. And he found a subsect that celebrates queerness and the fact that you can be gay and also be a proud American. It follows Charlie Plummer, who I hope he like gets more major roles because he was phenomenal in this. Just being able to like really come into his identity, surrounded by such a found family and safe community. It also features just some beautiful horses, the beautiful American West. What can you not like about it? Sebastian. Okay, I saw this one at the IFC Center in New York. This one follows a writer who goes undercover as a gay sex worker to like better get a point of view of the subject that he's writing about. I'm gonna put it in I'll Nibble. Money Boys, very similar actually, in that deals with the sex work industry. I believe this is a Vietnamese film. It follows Faye, who is a sex worker. He provides for his family through that work, but his family does not like how he makes that money, but they like his money. It's also called Money Boys because Money Boys is what they call gay sex workers. I'm gonna put it in I'll Nibble. I'm really like, I feel like when it comes to rating movies, I feel bad rating them low, but at the same time, like, I think I like movies kind of easily. I don't really hate any movies. Okay, Vietnam. Ooh, speaking of not liking movies, did I like this? Yes. Was it 2.5 hours-ish? Yes. Was it the slowest movie I have ever seen in my entire life? Yes. The love story is beautiful. These two coal miners, they're trying to escape the terrible conditions and work conditions and poverty-stricken conditions that they live in. However, it is very hard and they must be smuggled out of their society to do that, because it's illegal. While working in the coal mines, they find love. There's a subplot that I guess kind of takes precedence over the main plot at some point, and I feel like we focus too much on that. I'm gonna put it in on thin ice. Kajillionaire. It has been a while since I saw this. I will be putting it in I'll Nibble. The main character and her girlfriend, I think, are going through like a tough time. It feels more about loneliness and finding a sense of self. There's also, you know, based on the name, a little bit of crime. A little bit of crime sprinkled in. I wanna be a Kajillionaire so fucking bad. Fuck, that song is fucking awesome. Bruno Mars. Hey. My 4'7" short king. All right, Emilia Perez. Oh, we're gonna go in jail. Gaga. This one's bottom of the barrel, baby. See, this one I got a little too much joy putting into jail caca, considering it focuses on a trans woman, and the entirety of the trans community hated this representation. I don't think I've seen one trans person who voiced a positive opinion on this movie, in which case I'm gonna take y'all side and I'm gonna say jail caca. It also was just, as a movie as a whole, penis and vagina. Why was that a song? Section operation. Just really messy, just really bad. And the French director, he also like insulted the entirety of Mexico. Yeah, it wasn't good. Now, Love, Simon, on the other hand, perfect, no notes. I know I'm in the minority when it comes to this rating, but I don't care. Okay, because when Jennifer Garner sits down Simon and tells him that they still love him, I sobbed. I sobbed like I've never sobbed before, okay?
You are still you, Simon. You are still the same son who I love to tease, and who your father depends on for just about everything. But you get to exhale now, Simon. You get to be more you than you have been in a very long time. You deserve everything you want.
I loved Love, Simon. I think Simon's friends sucked. I think they were the worst friends ever. Fire Island. Well, let's nibble a bit. Let's nibble. This is about literally a gay man retreat on a place called Fire Island that I didn't know existed, but it exists and it goes on every year. And it's basically just a bunch of beautiful gay men who really just know how to moisturize really well and have the perfect skin and the perfect bodies. Bowen Yang, he's so funny in this. I'm not the biggest Bowen Yang stan, but I think after this, I kinda am. And our last one here, Everything Everywhere All at Once. This is a story about mother-daughter butting heads. At its core, mother-daughter tension. Mother-daughter, we don't get along. Are we ever gonna get along? And they don't get along because daughter is a lesbian. She's gay. I mean, I'm sure everybody has seen this movie. Think I'm going to put it in scripture. Do I think it's the perfect movie? No. Do I have a great experience watching this movie with my sister in the theaters? Yes. Did we bring bagels to the theaters, not even knowing that the bagel would be the biggest form of symbolism in the entire movie? Yes, we did. I was infatuated by the theater going experience. And since then, I've seen it a few more times, and it holds up. The cast is simply brilliant. The ending, simply brilliant. The middle and the 2/3 of the way, brilliant. Oh wait, the entire movie is brilliant. Okay, that is my rating. That is my gay movie rating. Well, there you have it, folks. But please comment your favorite pieces of queer cinema, queer media even. I love it. I eat it up. I love it. I love representation in film. I hope to one day be in the movies and to provide that representation, provide that escape for somebody, because I love movies. Shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up, please. And sometimes movies just gotta feel like movies. As you see, ladies and gentlemen, if you have been on my channel for a while, I am kind of like switching content styles in that I am focusing a lot more on film and cinema-based stuff, simply because I am no longer living in a big city and I don't have much to vlog here because I'm currently living back in North Carolina and there's not much to vlog unless I do travel, which don't worry, whenever I do travel imminently, I will be obviously vlogging those. I love movies and it's something that I feel like I can make entertaining on my channel while like giving my thoughts on movies, recommendations, and movie-centric videos. And I hope you guys like that. And if you don't like that, still stick around because it's not going to be just movies. But for the time being, it is. And I enjoy it a lot. Basically, I have this channel because it is a creative outlet for me. Anyways, with that being said, thank you for watching, guys. I love you so much. I'm happy you're here. Go watch a good movie. Stay gay. Be who you are for your pride. Be who you are for your pride.